Going on, y'all? It's the kid A to the O, Alpha Ordinary, coming at you with another vid. Gonna switch it up, bring a little bit of a calmer demeanor to this one. Notice I got the music playing. Maybe want to call it subliminal, if that's what you want to call it, but I feel like it'll go with this situation that I got here. So I basically named this one So This Is Commentary. Not gonna lie, this whole commentary thing kind of like had me on like a natural high, if you want to call it. Like I was like feeding like into like, yeah, this is like what's up. Like this is almost like a new wave going on. Little did I know I was late to the game, so I'm pretty much finna just go take my time with this. Just take you from where I started, and it ain't been that long. You probably look at my numbers on my page and say, what this guy know? Like, who is he? I mean, I'm not credited by nobody yet, but hey, it is what it is. I'm just saying this is my opinion, views and what I've seen and how I feel as I look on YouTube day after day. So, I mean, I can't even remember what happened. I was just randomly on YouTube, and I think I was trying to look for tips or something on 2K12. I think it's how it worked. And I can remember one of the first guys that I seen doing commentary was iPod King Carter. And from there I clicked on a related tab, and there you go, Wiser Now, QJB. Like those were like the first three, and from that point, like I just kept on searching for it, like, and once I seen, hey, this is like big, this is what's like hot in the streets, so these cats are really doing this stuff. So I said, hey, I got exactly what it is that these cats doing. Whatever kind of charisma, little swag, put in their voice, putting the presentation together, I got all that in the palm of my hand. I do this, I does that. But little did I know. And so let's go on this little roller coaster, you know what I'm saying? Little did I know, like I'm saying, from the beginning, I mean, I didn't have my claws out, I didn't have my spider sense tingling, I wasn't really sure. So I can easily say I was caught off guard, overwhelmed. I mean, watching everybody do their videos, like, man, look at these cats, like, whew. And like the hyphy was right there. Like I was like, this is some crazy stuff. But I was like, I'm gonna start this though. So as I started, I was looking to put my videos together. Basically everything I had to do. Had no idea what it took from the beginning. From the presentation videos on YouTube where there's commentary involved, they look like they're fairly easy. You have no idea of the editing and the detail that you actually got to put into these videos. The creative light bulb, it has to come on, otherwise your video's gonna fall flat. Like there'll be no rise to them. So before I keep going, let me also mention, if you watching the gameplay, you're not listening to the comm, you're probably losing out on this one. The comm is the most important part, I guess. I shouldn't have to tell you that, but it is. The gameplay is just there. You may realize my numbers are gonna be kind of average. You know why? It goes with what I'm saying. You gotta understand my whole angle to this thing. I picked a video where I had a decent amount of kills as well as deaths. Why? Simply saying, I'm not the greatest commentator. I'm not the worst either. I'm getting better every day. So I felt like that was the video for me to choose. So, like I said, I started getting into it more and more. I remember putting my first video up. My. Wow. No one had to tell me it was ass. It was just like, I had to put it out there just to see how far I could swim without a life jacket. You know what? It wasn't very far. I sent it out to a few people. Realized, hey, I'm not gonna make it. Couldn't get far. I heard the artist Mr. West say that. So you know what? Right after that, I reached out to a few people. I said, hey, what do you got for me? I mean, if you got some tips, I'll take them. If you got some advice, I'll listen. Whatever you want to throw at me, I'll take it. I'll dive into it, let it devolve in my system. And it wasn't long after that I found myself on Wiser Now's page. And this cat, you know, say what you want about him, but hey, he was real enough to do a com where he was doing the pros and cons pretty much. It's called Wiser Now, Do's and Don'ts to Commentary. From that vid, I took away so much information, pretty much like the etiquette of commentary. Yeah, this thing is real. Like, you don't just do what you want. You know, there's rules that you gotta abide by. So I took the video and I watched it a few times. I'm not gonna say once or twice, maybe 4 or 5. Not gonna lie. It took me to the 5th time till I actually jotted some notes down. Like, okay, I might need to guideline these things. So from that point, you know, it was like, okay, now what do I gotta do to get to the next level? I want to call this phase 2, you know. So it was like, now I got to zone in, find my niche. Like, what can I bring to the table? Because everybody's doing commentary, everybody's got great gameplay, everybody's got, you know, they own. And I realized at that point, it's not about what I'm bringing, it's about not leaving nothing out, which is my whole package. If I'm gonna be my original self, that's what I gotta roll with. That's what the people gonna eventually catch on to. That's what's gonna be hot in the streets, you feel me? So it went to a new level for me. I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta do it like with some perfection. Like, it's gotta be A+. So I'm taking it serious at this point. I'm watching vids, jotting little notes down, you know, really like finding people, like researching, seeing where people going with it. Because, you know, everybody doing com, everybody ain't got that extra level. Some people's com is on a cool level, you know. Just like anything, you got your below average, your average, and you got your excellent. I'm not gonna put no names out there. It is what it is. You know which videos you really want to see on a regular basis. So at that point, that's where I was at with it. So as I kept going, I'm not gonna say that my quality got better, because I still didn't have the technology I needed. But hold on, the skills that I was gaining was on my commentary side. I mean, truth is, it's not gonna come overnight, but if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. I know I got it. It's just a matter of me pushing it all out there. You know, just like a curveball when you bowling. If you don't snap your wrist, it ain't gonna get out there. So from that point, I kept it moving. I started to just get closer, you know, see what's up, like see what people doing, like, you know, what's really going on, what's the motivation behind it. Wind up hearing about partnerships. You know, some people came to this thing, that was their main focus. Had no idea what a partnership was. I didn't even know what YouTube commentary was, so that was a non-factor for me, not even gonna lie. You know, and I realized that at this point, it's all about precision. Like, your quality is almost like your name behind it. So when you put out something that's whack, you basically saying your name is whack. So I was like, that's what's up. I gotta make sure my quality is perfect. Couldn't rush my craft. So it was all about training, basically practice. Hey, I didn't need it, but I did. So I kept on. I did comms and I didn't record them. Or I did comms where I didn't have the videos uploaded. I felt like some of this need to be kept in house so I could keep working myself. And then I realized, you know what? At this point, it's time to keep it moving. Like, I have to keep it going. I can't stop now. So as I made sure everything was in line, I realized that, hey, I couldn't just throw up content that wasn't ready for viewing, you know, because you never want your channel to grow prematurely. A premature channel will just pretty much crash and burn, and you'll be left with rubble and dust. So following that, it was a point of me going from cub to lion. It's simply stating that I came into it as a cub, and I'm starting to mature and grow in my craft, So it's almost as a boy looks up and sees his NBA idol, and when he becomes a man, if his idol's still in the game, he may have to go up against him, a la Kobe and Jordan. Kobe first seen Jordan, I believe it was when they played in Chicago, I believe. Kobe was rocking the fro. That's how long ago it was. And I remember him saying he was like, wow, that's Jordan, like on the other side. It wasn't long after that they met up at the All-Star game, I believe. And Kobe had to go at him like, you know what? He's in this thing like I am. And I can't make my legacy if I don't go at him. So I realized that it wasn't so much just me going at the commentators that I was looking up to when I first got on here. But it was simply me showing that the stuff that they doing, let me see if I can top it or even put a different spin on it. Because if I want my name mentioned like theirs or whatever, I've got to put something else right with it, So it was on that level. I was like, that's what I got to do. Nothing harsh against nobody, with no personal beef or nothing. So I did that. I found myself finally being able to cop the technology that I needed. And, someone pretty much told me, never worry about the subs or the views. You get your quality and your content right, and it's going to happen. It's like a mature thing. It's like natural. Putting water on the flower, what happens? It grows. But you also got to talk to that flower. You got to feed that flower some spiritual stuff. So I stayed with the humble side of my channel. I didn't want to get cocky. Like I'm saying, I'm still growing with it. So I feel like as long as I kept it on that level, hey, why not? And so the more I talk to people, I start to see the inner part of the commentary, which is the ladder. The ladder pretty much is set in where you are on ladders where you are. But however you got there, that ain't where you started. And you definitely won't be there in the end, not in that same spot. And pretty much was telling me that, hey, if I begin to move up the ladder, I never should try to cut anybody down. I may need them later on at any point. The old saying, don't cut the people now that you may have to see on the way back now. That's pretty hard to fall and realize them same folks that you was cutting. So even when people wasn't throwing tips back, even when they wasn't gonna view the channel, even when they wasn't gonna view the vids that I was putting out, I was like, hey, it ain't nothing personal. I just ain't got my content up. My quality ain't entertaining for them. Which, you know what? At the end of the day, that's all it is. If it's entertaining, it's entertaining. It is what it is. You can't take no personal effect to it. It ain't your life. Just something that you doing. Something that you feel like you good at. So it was real cool for me to say, hey, okay, I ain't got to just do it like it. I just got to keep it going at a regular pace. So I got to this point I'm at now, which I feel like is phase 3. Got my equipment on deck. Got my mindset right. And it was like, now, let me just perfect what I'm doing, because the vids can't stay the same. It ain't about the number or the views, but if I do one vid, I gotta do the next vid, and I gotta do something different. I gotta tweak it. Like, I gotta keep trying to find something. Like I'm saying, I love using sports for example. Any professional, once he gets to the pinnacle, which is the majors of his sport, he can't get comfortable there. There's no contentment. He's got to keep working at it, because there's always somebody trying to get him from where he's at. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just keep on doing my research, watching vids, talking to folks, bumping elbows. I mean, it's like it's a community. You start off on the... Okay, so had a little bit of a technical misfew right there. But, I was like, okay, I'm at this point where I'm cool. Like, this is what's up. Like, I feel good about my vids. I know I'm bringing my original, like, I'm starting to let my arms down. You know, I'm starting to get my swag on pretty much. I'm not gonna just get cocky or say it's like on that next level, but that ain't for me to decide anyway. But I was like, at this point, somebody, when I look out, I can see the community, and somebody's just now starting. Granted, I've been looking for 3 months, and this is at the point I'm at 3 months later, so I'll never feel like I can't pass on what I've already learned to somebody else, as well as even passing on or even asking, you know, why I feel the need to stop asking questions at this point. I ain't did nothing. Like, I'm still a newbie, so I mean, it is what it is, man. It's a real nice evolution, if you want to call it. Like, just know I got my shark teeth out at this point, and hey, I'm ready to go. So if you still got the vid in your earbuds, on your screen, on your cell, I mean, if you're still watching, that's what's up, man. You know, I just want to sit down, pass on what I had sitting in the back of my database, just my opinions and views of this thing we call commentary. So I'm finna end it on that note. You know, I'll come back at you with another one. Won't be too much longer. Got a lot more stuff I'ma just push on out there. So like the page if you feel the need to. Comment. You know, if you get that urge, you know, hit the sub button. Definitely won't go unnoticed. I don't have to do no shout outs. I mean, I can sub back. I don't mind doing that. I feel like my page growing, your page growing. We all in a win-win, you know. So if you want to get at me, the page is Alpha Ordinary 808. If you want to catch me on Twitter, my Twitter name is GoESPN0925. I'll put all this in the description down low, so you can follow the links if that's what you want to do. So like I said, we're gonna end it, man. We finna ride out, and that's what's up. I mean, I'm, you know, kind of spinning the spool here. My words kind of slowing down, but everything ain't as it appears, and that's the realest thing I can tell you. So when you watching vids, or when you go on to people's pages and you look at the numbers before you even look at the vid, don't be deceived, man. You know, I don't want to say real recognize real, but hey, we're gonna get out of here. Alright.